All right. So we are live. I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, my man Kyler here. Kyler, you just want to introduce yourself real quick, man. Name the company, what you do, all that good stuff.
Yep. My name is Kyler. I own Dream Painting. We're here in Denver, Colorado, and we paint houses and commercial spaces, interior and exterior.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And I mean, Kyler, dude, you're a young guy, dude. How long have you been doing this? Give him the rundown.
Yeah. Open business, open up shop, June 2019, and damn, when I think about that, like the time that has gone by so fast. I know the first year was probably like the most painful year, and I'm like 2.5 years in now, and things are starting to make sense. Like I always believed in my abilities to figure stuff out, but now I can kind of prove it, on the surface. So.
Yes, dude, that's such an important belief. Knowing and leaning on your confidence and your ability to figure it out when things get hard. That's huge.
Exactly.
That's huge,
Exactly.
right? We've talked.
And
Go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, I think it's huge. Like when you believe in yourself and you put in the work, the people around you also see that, and then their belief in you raises your belief in you, and it's a beautiful thing.
100%. Yeah. I mean, not to get off on a tangent early, but I'm always saying that like with our team too. And that's one thing I've noticed is like they see me busting my butt and they see me so confident in everything. So like, oh my gosh, like it raises the standard, right? In your beliefs and everything. So yeah, that's huge.
100%.
But
Yeah. I know. Yeah, exactly. Like I can just speak on that. I know I don't work for you. I work with you. And the first time that we spoke on the over the video, I'm like, this guy believes in what he's talking about, and it's a big difference.
You have to. And I mean, now you see it firsthand, right? So, I mean, I know you've only been working with us a little while, but you've seen some really early success, right? You're doing a couple cool things. So I guess walk us through that, man. I guess what challenges do you feel like you were facing, like maybe before you started working with us?
Yeah. I think biggest challenge for most people is going to be the cash flow aspect, you know, being able to afford a service that won't pay you, that won't give you your return on investment the very next day, but like most things, to make money it takes money. So I think going into a relationship like this, you want the ideal kind of like the type of business that you want to have going into this is a business that has some opportunities already coming in, so that way as this system builds up, it will start, you won't be having to eat a couple noodles, for example, for the next couple of days. Like you want to have opportunities and you want to be closing deals already. But a system like this, the Pathfinder marketing system, really, if you're patient, like you don't even have to be like months patient. Like for me, it was 2 weeks, and I'm closing deals. My closed deals by the end of this week is going to be almost at 20,000, and it's just 2 weeks. So, but it's not like I just turned on the system and paid you and it did its thing. You have to put the work in too. You have to be responsive. You have to be able to identify some of these customers' pain points so that you can book these leads into estimates into jobs. And not everybody has the tools to be successful like that. But I think the other thing that's really great about Pathfinder is these coaching calls. These coaching calls are helping me take these leads and actually close deals. Like I'm being able to overcome objections that I haven't even been able to do previously, just by talking to you and like just processing things together. I'm able to not only get these quality leads, but I'm also able to turn it into jobs. And so the lead system is amazing. The coaching call system, it's just it's really dope. It's really, really beneficial for my business.
I love that, bro. Yeah. And to give some perspective, for anybody that's listening, I mean, Kyler was like, yeah, it took a while. It took 2 weeks, right? I mean, you hear Kyler, he believes in himself. He's ambitious. He's a go-getter, like myself and a lot of people, but that is very quick success, right? And like Kyler said, yeah, it's difficult. There are things that take time, right? I mean, Kyler, you even went through that learning curve a little bit, right? But everybody's learning curve is different, right? Kyler's was just a couple weeks and then boom, he started getting them. some people it's going to take a month, 2 months, 3 months, not just with us, any new marketing system you use, right? But Kyler, I know with you, bro, you were like, you went through that learning curve, right? And you wanted it so bad. I know you were like getting down a little bit. Like, how do you like what helped you get through that learning curve where you were struggling at the beginning and like not sure if they were converting, and like what helped you get through that to the point you're at now, where now it seems like you're just knocking deals down left and right?
Mm. Biggest thing is, speaking with you, speaking with Vanessa and Nick on these coaching calls, or just even one-offs, just processing like, okay, this is 1 week of leads that have come in. My closing percentage, my closing ratio is this, but then my previous week was this. So I was going through a sales slump last week, but the week before that, and the few weeks before that, I was at 80%. So helping me put things into context so that I don't feel like I'm on a sinking ship, like opening up my peripheral vision to like what's really going on with my business, rather than just getting stuck in like, oh man, I had an estimate today and I didn't close it. I'm on, my business is on fire. Like, so just helping me process these short-term losses and helping me seeing the momentum I've been building has helped me get out of my sales slump. So yeah,
It's huge.
that's
Yeah,
it right there.
big picture, right? Big picture. Absolutely. Yeah. I always tell our team like short-term goal, but long-term vision, right? Think big picture, but still chase down those short-term goals, right? So that's huge, dude. I love that. What would you say then? Like, because you mentioned a couple things. Obviously, like, I love the coaching calls. I'm biased, right? But like, what would you say was like the number one thing, like tactically, that like helped you really succeed, right? Helped you really get to that point where then you were just knocking down deals.
Yeah, there's a lot of tactics. Like each coaching call, I'm taking notes on my iPhone, like 2 or 3 notes. I think so. First coaching call was talking about the course that you have, the free course that you offer, the appointment setting course,
Mhm.
and helping me qualify leads, but helping me get the person on the other side of the phone excited about the opportunity to work with me. It all starts with the ad, right? The ad is really like, the copy is really enticing. The photos are like captivating, right? So the customer is clicking this because like they're getting a little excited already just because like how things are looking. Boom. Next, you call them. If you're calling them, excited and helping them like see their vision and helping them visualize what the process is going to be like, then the closing ratio during the estimate is it's even higher. So I think that's like right there. Like I could have just paid you the money that I paid to run my ads just for that like coaching one-on-one session, and I think it would have paid for itself because I'm getting
Ooh.
people like legit excited to work with me, and I'm excited because I'm like, I got a great product, I offer a great experience, and I freaking care about doing good
Mm-hmm.
work and all this. So that's been a huge tactical advantage for me.
Yeah, I love that, dude. I always say, I think a big problem I see in the industry a lot is people treat those calls they make to set up those appointments with leads like it's a secretary's job, when it's actually like an entry level sales job. And just like you said, if you do it correctly, these customers are excited for you to come to their house, right? They're already like, man, this is the guy, right? But when you just call them
100%.
and you do the same thing everybody else says and just schedule a time, you just made your service a commodity, right?
Mm.
But you're differentiating yourself. I love that, man. I'm so big on the appointment setting process. And I mean, I think as you're seeing, right, like nobody's doing, it's a big missed piece in this industry.
Right, right.
Yeah. That's
It's a
huge,
really
dude.
good opportunity to start building that relationship. These customers these clients, these people that you're doing business with, you're gonna probably, assume you have a good product, good process. You're gonna be in their lives for many years to come. They're gonna call you again to do something else. They're gonna invite you to Thanksgiving. They're gonna tell you to their friends. So, like I always tell people like, when you go to McDonald's and you order a cheeseburger with no pickles, you might get a pickle, right? You go to Chick-fil-A and you order no pickles and 2 honey mustard sauces, you're probably gonna get what you asked for. So that's what I'm trying to do in my business. Like just emulate like how much I care and how thorough I am. And it really does start with that appointment setting. It starts with the ads and continues with the appointment setting call and then the estimate and the whole experience. So Yeah, man.
That's amazing. Dude, I love that. Was there any I know we talked tactical. Was there any like mindset shifts you had or anything, I guess, going up here that maybe switched in your brain that you feel like really helped?
Again, a lot. Like each week, there is something like that I'm processing with your team, and um, I guess yeah, just the recent thing is just uh, like the notion that people lie, numbers don't. So not getting so bummed out about my closing percentage ratio for the week when I have a month that tells me it's like freaking killer, you know. So helping me just like think bigger picture, you know. Day to day, sometimes you find yourself, on a lot of wins, and that's great. And sometimes you find yourself on a lot of, a lot of losses, and that's not so great. But not getting too high in the highs and too low in the lows, just kind of, and it's okay to like you pat yourself on the back closing a 12K deal, but like not resting on your laurels, not just saying, okay, I can just chill for the whole week, yeah, maybe you go get an extra large coffee instead of a small coffee, that's like something that mindset of just kind of staying even killed, but like, you know, feeling good about the little accomplishments.
100%. Yeah, celebrate your wins, right? Absolutely celebrate and let yourself feel that energy and that positive momentum, but spike the ball in the end zone and get back on the field too, right?
Yep.
That's awesome, dude. I love it. You already gave us numbers, bro, right? You said you're about to, I mean, you're a couple weeks in and you're about to close out this week, you said, with like 20K total from us in a few weeks, right?
Yes.
That's incredible,
it's
man.
crazy.
How long did it take
Yeah.
you to get that first one inked and signed?
First 4 days were a little rough for me. But I think it was after I talked to Nick, and I'm like, hey, can we look at something? And I don't know what he did, but it was great because he was responsive, and then he talked to his team, and something happened, and then the leads just started like flowing in a lot more. So it was about like about a weekend, and then like it went from like, oh man, my house is on fire to, oh shit, this is crazy. Like
Yep.
I need to have some good processes in place to make sure I'm not having these leads, uh, get out of the funnel. I was the other day I was at the gym with my buddy Arturo, and we were pouring post workout into a water bottle, and we had to create a funnel in order to do that. And as we were pouring it, we're like, these are my leads. All the post workout was going into my water bottle, and then on his water bottle, all the like it was like half of it was going onto his car and his van. And I'm like, bro, those are your leads, man. Those are your leads. You gotta have a good process. Don't let your leads get out of the funnel, man.
I love that, man. I love that. Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I mean, yeah, you'll see that a lot, especially those first couple months starting anything new. You'll definitely see your ups and your downs along the way, for sure.
Mhm.
But hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. I think we lost your video here. I don't know what happened there, but oh, we got you. You may have been getting a call. Cool. But dude, what I guess what advice would you give to someone who's, hey, look, maybe a younger painting company, right? Younger painting company, they're looking to kind of have that rapid growth you're having right now, right? Like what advice would you give to that person looking to grow their company, that's maybe that young business owner starting out?
My biggest thing is communication. You might not be able to, if you call me, I might not be able to pick up every time, but I guarantee you I'll text you right away, or I'll text you within 5 minutes. I guarantee you, if my customers, my teammates, my partners, like whoever's reaching out to me, I'm available. I'm available for you. So that's the biggest thing for me, and my biggest success is like people really appreciate that when you're calling somebody and you're not hearing from them for hours or half the day. It's very frustrating. Like there might be a really big problem that needs an answer right now, or it might be so small, but it means a lot to people that you're available. So no matter how big you get, no matter how busy, no matter how slow, just valuing communication, I would say, is huge. And then that translates to so many other things. It builds a better culture with your team, builds a better relationship with your customers. And then, you know, as a business owner, you have a lot on your mind. You don't want 10 things on your mind, like, oh, I gotta text him back, or I gotta call her back, or I gotta email him back. Like, you want to like clear these things off your plate as soon as you can. So I would say communication is like one of the top
Yeah,
most
100.
priority.
And dude, I've noticed that in general, right? And I kind of shouted you out on the last coaching call for this, right? Like, you do such a good job of just showing up, right? Showing up every time. You know, hey, you have a question about this? Boom, you're immediately hitting Nick up, asking questions, right? You're on every single coaching call, asking questions, communicating, right? Showing us, hey, what you're seeing on your end, so we can improve little things, make the ads better, help you out with this. Like, you do such a good job of just showing up all the time and exactly communicating, asking questions. So that's huge, dude. That's huge.
Thank you, bro. I know like these little things can turn into big things, you know? So I try not to let these little, even like these little problems or little like people reaching out turn into an avalanche of problems later.
It's always the little things.
And it's not like I've always been like that. Like, I felt the pain of what it's like to not be responsive, to not, you know, have good communication skills, and it hurt my pockets. And so that's how I learned.
Yes, absolutely, dude. Well, I think we're kind of wrapping this up, man. I guess, who would you recommend comes and works with us over at Pathfinder?
Sure. So the perfect fit for you are people that have a good product, a good process for delivering that product, people who care about the customer and the client experience, somebody who is open to coaching and getting better and seeing other perspectives. And I think it's really important that they have some kind of system in place so that these leads don't, you know, fall out the funnel. So some kind of CRM to help manage the process. But yeah, just somebody with a good product, somebody who cares, in some kind of like foundational framework with their leads.
100%. Yeah. And if you need help with the CRM and that system, reach out. We got people and connections for you.
Absolutely.
But yeah, dude, that's huge. Well, awesome, man. I appreciate you jumping on, dude. I know you're very busy, right? Running different appointments, closing deals left and right, fulfilling on those. So I appreciate you taking the time, bro. And
Sure.
I'll see you on the next coaching call.
Right on. Thank you, Eric. Peace.
Cool.